afternoon, Hops fans. This is another little Raildays how-to video explaining how to put your special events and experiences into the Raildays app. This is one of a number of little Raildays how-to videos, so don't forget to check out the other videos for information on how to put your general organisation information in, including your dots on the map for where your stations are, and also your public timetable and calendar information, which are explained in other videos. But this video is about special events and experiences. Here is a demo version of Hops. This is all completely fake information. Your version of Hops might look slightly different to this in terms of what links and facilities you've got, but the principle is exactly the same. You'll find Raildays in the Services menu on the left-hand side here. It'll be at Tools by default, but you'll need to come to Services, and then down the bottom, Raildays app, to get into the Raildays editing section of the system. And this time we're interested in the Public Special Events and Public Special Experiences tabs. We've looked at some of these other tabs in other videos, which I'll link to when I upload this to YouTube. From a technical point of view, an event and an experience is the same thing. They both work in exactly the same way, but they're divided up just to make it easier for the user to browse what they're interested in. In the Raildays view, an event is something that a member of the public can turn up to at no particular time. They pay their money and they can wander around as much as they like, and then they take part in bits and bobs in whatever order and time fashion that they fancy. Whereas an experience is something where the user pays a fee for a specific itinerary. They're told what time to turn up and what they will do at 10 o'clock, and then they will go to this at 11 o'clock, and then they'll see the Punch and Judy, and then it finishes at 2 o'clock. So things like Santa specials are definitely experiences. Things like Thomas Days, where people can wander around and see Thomas at whatever time they like, would be events. Now, clearly there's going to be a huge grey area in the middle of something that might be an event or might be an experience, so I'll leave it up to you. You can make a judgment as to whether you think that the event you're entering fits more into the event you can do whatever you like as you wander around type category, or whether it fits more into the experience you're following a specific itinerary category. And we just sort of, work together from there. So I'm going to look on the Public Special Events tab, but everything that I'm saying here also applies to the Public Special Experiences tab. Just like when we added in our public timetables, we will add in on this tab a list of all our public special events. We've got Diesel Gala, DMU Gala, Fireman Sam Weekend, Mince Pie Day. We will add a list of our special public special events in here. I'll just go edit on this Diesel Gala. The special event must have a name. If it doesn't have a name, then it won't appear. And then there's a list of tick boxes to help categorize special events. So you can pick one or more or none of these as they apply to your event. And it just helps then that if a user in the app searches for bus rally, it finds all of the events where bus rally has been ticked and doesn't bother them with non-bus rally related events. Or children's events, it will present all of the children's events. So you can pick the ones that apply there. The event must have a short description and it must have a long description, and I've just put in the word short description and long description just for the sake of the demo, but obviously that's not what we expect you to do. The short description could be 1 or 2 sentences that is a headline description for the event. So it could be something like 2 amazing days of a beer and steam experience from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, or something like that just gives a headline of the event. The long description could be as long as you like, and hopefully it will be a good few paragraphs long and contains as much detailed information about the event as possible, because this is your marketing window where you can say everything there is to say, or how to get there, and what's going to be on, and how many beers there are going to be, and what bands you're going to have, and all this sort of stuff. Posting links to other websites in the long description box has to be balanced. What you're not allowed to do is just make your long description see website for details and then put a link, because that's the lazy way and that is going to direct people away from the Raildays app. But what you are allowed to do is, if you've put in loads of paragraphs about all the information, but there's still like news and updates being made or things that could change, you are allowed to put at the bottom, for all the latest news and updates on this event, see this particular website for details. That's what you are allowed to do. So again, we have to balance providing useful, rich information in the app against just directing people to other websites. So that's where you enter all the information about the event. The same as when we were adding public timetables, we can set a header image. So if I go here and I go set header image, exactly the same as when I was setting up public timetables, I can load an image from my computer. And again, it's best if it's just an image without text, because the app will crop the image in different ways. And if you put text in it, the chances are the text will get cropped off and it will look silly. You can pick a picture that's going to be the sort of headline picture for your event. I won't save this one because it's a diesel gala and we've already got a nice picture of a diesel engine or a DMU unit in the picture. Now, the one thing we haven't done is tell the system on which days the diesel gala is running. And in fact, it's highlighted it to us there with this red cross. This event won't be appearing in the app at the moment, and anywhere where there's a red cross, it means this is the thing that's stopping this particular thing appearing in the app. If you've got one on a public timetable, the public timetable won't be appearing because it might be missing a short description or something like that. And in this case, our diesel gala is not going to appear because it's missing dates. It doesn't have any dates on which it's going to operate. But you'll notice there was no opportunity to add dates on that form. To specify the dates on which a particular special event or experience is going to operate is done in the same way that it was with public timetables. We'll come over here to the Tools menu, scroll down to Calendars, and then you can go today or this week or this month, but I always like to go this year and see it all in one go. If you haven't seen this page before, have a look at the Raildays video on how to do public timetables, because this is the calendar of what working timetables are operating on each day. The working timetables point to the public timetables, and that's what appears in the app. If I click on a day when an event that I want is running, so I'll click on this day here, the 5th of December, and I'll go Edit. And in this green section in the middle of the form, which again we looked at when we were talking about public timetables for overriding which timetable was going to appear on which day, you'll have probably already noticed underneath the Events and Experiences public section, there's a list of all my events and experiences, and I will tick the ones that are going to operate on that day. And I can tick more than one, because it may well be the case that you've got a diesel gala with a dining train on the same day, so that everybody who attends the gala can spend more money on the dining train in the evening. Or it might be that you've got a steam gala that also has a chocolate train in it, so you can tick both, and then that event will appear whether somebody searches for diesel gala or whether somebody searches for chocolate train. And I'll press save. And now if I go back to the Raildays section and have a look at my public special events, the cross has gone and it says date driven from Ops calendar 5th of December 2022. The red cross will come back again on the 6th of December because there will be no more dates on which the event is going to run. It only can appear in the app while it's actually sort of happening in the future. Once it's happened, it doesn't appear anymore unless you put some future dates in. Exactly the same process applies on public special events. You have a list of all your special events, you can upload a header image, and then you select in the calendar in the same way that we just did which public special experiences are operating on each day. And in fact, there's the chocolate train one, and there's the fact that it's happening on the 5th of December 2022, which we just ticked. But this one still won't appear in the app because it has no header image, and so there's a red cross there to let you know this is the reason why it's not appearing. It's because it has no header image. Just finally, if we go to the Public Calendar tab, and remember there's a different Raildays how-to video on how to get all your coloured dates to appear on the calendar, but if I scroll down a little bit, there's just a summary here of all the public events and experiences that are going to happen, and there's the one that we just did, Monday the 5th of December. It's a public event of a diesel gala, and there's also a chocolate train experience on the same day. The diesel gala is also running on the 10th of July, which is no problem at all. One event can happen on more than one day and they don't have to be continuous, but that will be your nice summary of all the events and experiences that you've ticked for the year so that you can see them in one place and double check your work. So I hope that's useful for you in terms of how to put your public special events and public special experiences into the app. You just come to the special events or special experiences tab, add in a list of all your events or experiences, and then go to the calendar and click the appropriate days on which they're going to run, and that is all there is to it. As always, if you've got any feedback, please let us know. We'd love to hear it. Otherwise, thank you very much.